Close. All right, guys, so we're going to look at today, I'm here with my student, one of my best buddies, Andrew Lyon, today. So we're going to look at levels of attack. Okay, I want to look at trying to understand levels of attack and how do I respond to these levels of attack. So one of the first things you have to understand is what is an attack. An attack can actually be someone intimidating you but not touching you yet. Okay, for instance, let's get a little bit closer here, brother. Not right there. So let's look at something. If Andrew steps in my face and he's just right here, he is already attacking me. Now he hasn't physically touched me yet, but he's intimidating me. He's starting to make me cower down. I understand that something is fixing to happen here, right? So the attack has already started, even though we haven't started throwing blows yet or grabbing each other. That attack has already started, right? And a lot of times, if this was really for real, I'm either going to try to step away from that. Maybe I've already done that, or I'm going to have to immediately start to go into some type of an offense here. When a lot of times we talk about self-defense, we're talking about defense. So, for instance, let's look at the difference. If I'll just have him throw his right hand, right? I'm going to defend that, and then I'm going to counter that, okay? But let's say he's here already. He's already in my face. I may, because I need to go into my defense and my offense right now. I don't want to wait. I should not have to wait for him to hit me now. He's close enough. I can smell his breath. By the way, it's very nice. But I want to look at right now, do I need to make an action now? Because he's already made a threat. Do I need to make an action now? Do I need to go into some type of defense or offense right now? And this is something that we're going to take a look at. So the first rule that we go over a lot of times, and I keep people on this all the way through black belt. If, let's say, he approaches me, number one, we call prayer position. I want to get my hands up, okay? Now my hands can step back into a fighting position. However, I step back and put my hands up. I'm basically telling him I want to fight, okay? Which is probably not the case. I just left Starbucks, I had a muffin, I had a big old thing of coffee. I really don't want to fight right now, but I may end up having to. But ideally, I want to get my hands up. Whatever fighting stance you use, go ahead and step back in that fighting stance. So I'm going to go ahead and step back, ready to fight. Now, again, my hands are up. I'm not closing them like I want to fight, but my hands are up so I can defend myself or go into an attack if I need to. Another rule is what we call the 6-foot rule, is where, let's go that way over there, right there. If he steps and approaches me, I'm going to step back 4 to 6 to 8 feet. I can still talk to him right here. He can still hear me. I can still hear him. However, can you reach out? Yep. If he tries to punch me, he can't do that. He has to take a step in order to attack me. He has to step into the zone in order to attack me. So again, hands up, foot back, fighting stance. Take that step, a couple steps back. And again, if he's going to attack me, he's got to come forward in order to do that. Okay. So let's start off with soft attacks. A soft attack, when we look at it, and we want to look at levels 1 to 10. Okay, when we look at a level 1 attack, that level 1 attack can simply, come this way a little bit, brother. Right here. A level 1 attack can simply be him grabbing my wrist. Okay? Maybe he's grabbing my wrist. Maybe he's trying to talk to me and I already walked back and now he's saying, hey, you're not leaving, I want to talk to you. So he's attacking me, but he's not really hurting me. Okay? Danny. So, that's the one. Yeah. So, sorry about that. We had a phone call came through. But let's look at Danny Lowe. That was it. Hang on. Okay, there it goes. Are we still rolling? Sorry about that, guys. Okay, we're still rolling. Okay, so a soft attack, a level 1 attack, he's grabbing my wrist. Now, that level 1 attack can turn real quick if he throws his other hand and punches me in the face. So now we just went from a level 1 to maybe a level 8, 9, or even 10 sometimes. Usually 9 and 10s, we're talking about weapons. But probably if he punches me in the face, we're definitely getting to a level 7, level 8. Okay? So I'm not as worried about the wrist as I am this arm, this far arm. So again, level 1 attack. If he just simply holds my wrist and I punch him in the face, now I've got to fight with him. However, he grabs my wrist, and I'm able to break away from that, and again, create space. I may not have to fight with this guy. So we want to look at escalation as well. If he grabs my wrist, again, and I hit him, I'm probably going to have to fight with him. Okay, so I don't want to haul off and hit him or go, I'm going to knee him in the groin or whatever, and now I'm in this full-fledged battle where maybe I could take that level 1, break away from it, and still be okay. Level 2 attack, maybe even level 3. Maybe he bear hugs me. Yes. So now he's really attacking me. He's got a bite on my body, right? Maybe he's trying to throw me down. Maybe he's trying to headbutt me. Maybe he's trying to knee me or whatever. Okay, so again, do I go into a full-fledged attack here? Yes, I can. However, we want to look at that. We want to look at the defense on this to know what do I need to do. Can I simply break away? Probably so. Can I knee him to the groin? I can. However, in order for me to knee him in the groin, I have to stand on one foot to do that. So I end up having to lift one of my legs in order to hit him, which means I'm only basing on one leg. Is this a great idea? I say no. From the simple fact of, usually when we do things in a class setting, we're doing them in isolation. What do I mean by that? If he grabs me here, this is usually what happens. If we're really fighting, we're moving. He's throwing me around. So in order for me to get up on one foot and try to knee him is bad. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to break away from him. So when he grabs this bear hug, I'm going to put my hands on his hips. I'm going to press my butt back until those hands break free. Now I can come back in with that groin shot. But I need to make sure I have adequate space in order to do that, and that he does not have control of the situation. Anytime he hugs me, especially with my arms in, he's got the balance part, not me. I'm going to make sure I sit my butt back. I'm going to make sure I open my feet. I'm going to make sure I control his hips. The side, butt back, head up, controlling the hips. Okay, now I can start trying to push and break away from that. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. However, let's say I can't break his hands apart. I can force him away enough to where I have control of my balance. Now I can step in and throw that knee off of that if I need to do that, okay? So we always want to make sure that I'm in control of my balance and he is not off of that. So that's looking at a level 2, maybe a level 3. Let's say though, I did make the space off of this, but he steps in and punches. Okay? So now we're looking at a much higher level. Why? Because now we're looking at impact. The moment, if he grabs me, he can throw me around a little bit, right? But again, he's not impacting my body unless he picks me up and throws me down, and that's a different style. It is impact, different style of impact. But now he's saying, I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to hit you in the body, whether it's the face, the body, or whatever. He's saying, I'm going to impact your body. Okay, I'm going to cause serious physical harm to you. Okay, we can look at this 2 ways. If he swings, I can block that and counter back. Sometimes that's okay. I don't want to get in an exchange with him though, unless I'm a really good boxer or kickboxer, and even then it doesn't really take you out of the equation. Maybe he's better and I lose anyway, right? And losing on the street means if he doesn't stop hitting on me, he's going to kill me. So we're always looking at the death point of what may be occurring here, because maybe he's on meth or something. He just doesn't stop hitting me and I die. So we want to look at this as in a fashion of self-defense and not tournament-oriented style of fighting where somebody's there to break it up. Okay? So again, if he swings, I'm going to step into that and start controlling him. Why? Because I'm safe here. Can he still hit me? Yes. Can he effectively hit me? Not really. I don't want to get out here into slow blows and start trying to exchange blows with him, and all of a sudden he connects and I go down. Now I'm in real trouble. So we want to look at effectiveness of self-defense versus exchanging a lot of times. jiu-jitsu is a neutralizing art. Okay? When you look at arts like, say, boxing, karate, Krav Maga, a lot of these, and nothing against those arts at all. I'm a 6th-degree black belt Shotokan karate. I'm a purple belt Kempo karate. I'm a brown belt Lima Lama, and I'm a brown belt in judo, and a black belt in jiu-jitsu. However, you have to know which tools to use in order to be successful in different styles of fighting, okay? So again, if I block his first punch, great. I might even block his second punch, but that third one is not able to get through unless I can impact him and injure him or get control of him. So going back to what I was saying earlier, is that jiu-jitsu, I'm trying to get in and start controlling this guy. I'm starting to control him, maybe slip to his back, right? I'm starting to control his limbs and his body because that's what he's hurting me with. I don't want these to be on my face, right? So I'm getting close to him where he can't really use them, okay? So level 2, level 3 attack, him grabbing me. Now we're going to a 4, 5, 6, maybe even 8 on this because now he's starting to throw blows and impact me. And these things we have to understand. Am I trying to hurt him back now? Absolutely, okay? A lot of times people are gonna say, I'm gonna do this gently and I don't wanna hurt the guy, these types of things. You're gonna have to make that decision on the spot. However, I gotta take this guy out or he's gonna really injure me at this point. So now we're at that level 6 to 8 that this thing just went to. So we went from a level 1 attack, where I'm grabbing, level 2 or 3, right? To a level 6, 7, or 8, to where now I'm trying to control his body and his limbs. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that to understand the defenses I may need in these different levels of attack. So a lot of times when we talk about attacks, and I hear this a lot, somebody simply grabs my wrist, right? And I kick him in his stuff, right? Can I do that? Absolutely. Is it going to be effective? Probably so. However, is it going to put him down? It depends. Number one, it's going to depend on my level, right? If I'm for say a white belt and I haul off and kick this guy in his stuff, that's probably all I have to give him, right? If I'm a black belt, it's probably a lot different. So I want to be really careful starting to put my hands on this guy too rapidly, unless he's already doing that or trying to do that to me. So we want to look at, again, what defense do I need for this level of attack? I'm going to stop right there. We're going to shoot another video after this one. I don't want this to be too long, but go back and look at some of our other videos on different levels of attack. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Andrew.